Finally.
You were like, oh, we're going to have to figure out another way. How are we going to do this? Welcome,
We were like, what happened?
everybody.
Yeah, what was about this Zacharias? Or who was there?
It was Aaron at first and then Zach.
Aaron too. Oh, that's nice.
So my dog's come running into the room. He heard your voice.
Really?
Welcome, Santos. Look, it's Rocio.
Oh.
So welcome, everybody. Sorry for the slight delay in getting started this evening. The universe will perform cosmically as it's meant to do. So my name is Angela Miller. Please, if you haven't met her already, this is Rocio Gonzalez Delgadillo.
Hello. Hello, everybody. And well, we were here expecting what is happening with this thing. But let me tell you, today is the King Maya about the monkey, Chuen. So this is the Chuen, the energy is playing with everybody, you know?
Well, I've been played with today, I can tell you that.
Yeah. But guess what? It's the day to be laughing and joking. That is the Chuen energy. Laughing and be happy and yes, changing the situation that is around just for something like a jockey. Take the life just like a jockey in some way.
Oh my gosh, I should have read this morning, actually. I should have read it, but I didn't, and I wish I had, and then I would have known what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we have an interesting broadcast lined up for you today. Rocio is going to talk to you about that Kinmaya Day today, and she will do that. Over to you, my dear.
Oh, thank you very much. Happy to be here with everybody, brothers and sisters from everywhere. Yeah, and every time I'm thinking, what is the interesting thing to talk about? Well, today was very exactly the point that just happened before the day that about the King Maya that is for today. So remember that every day we receive a special vibration in the way that we can connect or synchronize with the universe, right? And each one of these seals, yeah, connect us with the vibration that is coming from the big central sun. Yeah, in this case, it's called Alcione, but in Maya, they call Kinichahao. Okay? And then we connected with Namkuk, that's the biggest source. Yeah, and today they talk us exactly. Today, this skin is about the monkey. So, what is a monkey doing all the time? First, it's jumping, going, coming, it's in moving all the time, right? So today is one of that days, right? Okay, how to do this? I have to do that, and we're running and yeah, I was doing exactly the same thing to be on time here, for example, right? So this energy that is connected us with the universe is like a little nice time between other energies that come in during these days. So this one is to be relaxed, enjoy it. And the big thing, remember that if you can't change the things, just relax. And if you can't do it, relax too in some way, you know? And the chuen, the monkey, they of this energy exactly bring us this opportunity to make a little break from the different days, you know? Especially sometimes the day before or the next one, yeah, at the next one is strong. So this one in the middle help us to take a breath, take everything like a big jockey in the life because in the end this is done, right? And this is what the energy of the monkey is doing. Now, monkey too is about magic. So the monkey plays with the things and disappearing and things like that. So it's one of the things that it values in life to don't take too seriously the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we have a problem, we are like this, right? It's like, hey, calm. Everything in this life has solution, right? In one way or the other. Yeah. And the older people here that we call grandfather says, look, if your problem has solution, don't be worried. If your problem don't have solution, why are you worried? Right? So, but these times, even that we are at home, even that we are trying to survive in different ways, we have a crisis inside home, right? Yeah. Even with the family, the husband, the dog, the bears, the cats.
Fighting teenagers.
Yeah, you say, come on.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just going to jump out the window.
Exactly. Give me time, please. Time over. Yeah, a break. So this is exactly the day when we can relax, sit down, and uh,
Disentangle.
yeah, and watch maybe a nice comedy movies, a jokey programs, all that things that make you laugh. We have to laugh because that exercise of love is not only something that you relax, but at the same times, yeah, bring you other energy. You immediately change that energy, right? And today is that kind of one of that things. Don't be serious. Now, the other thing, the monkey has this duality about patience, no patience.
Mm.
Okay? The monkey is working with that. Yeah, because he's always going and coming and jumping. He would like that everybody going behind him doing exactly the same thing at the same time, at the same moment, in some way. You know? So it's we need to work with these polarities and balance all the time these two things, passions and no passions. And we have to balance in the way that, okay, take a breath and remember that not everybody has the same time that you to do the things, right? Exactly that things. The other thing about the monkey is very nervous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the monkey has to have to do something. If not, he will be boring. And if he's boring, he's making a disaster. Yeah. Yeah. And we are more or less like that. So this day, let's go and take it easy. Laugh. Call the friend because everybody has a friend that making jokes for everything. Call that friend and make you laugh and just enjoy the laugh
Yeah.
today, here and now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow. So I just want to take that a step further because if you've been had your patience tested and you're pulled out of polarity. Yeah. So I'm just going to offer a few words of recalibration. I think for everybody, for myself included. I think because it has been a very monkey day. Good day, but a monkey day. So just taking a deep breath in. Into a no time field of conscious awareness around you, past, present, and future, seen and unseen, physical and non physical. And just slowly breathe. Breathe down into the stomach. No matter what you are doing, if you're listening in the background, sitting up straight, lying down, whatever you're doing, you're going into the central breath core of you. Breathing peace. Breathing neutrality. Opening up your inner awareness. Grounding down into the center of the earth. Bringing the peace energy up through you, reaching out of your consciousness just by breathing, reaching to the outer edges of your own internal realizations. Connecting to the light of the universe, during these great times of change. Just breathing peace. 5D, sacred neutral peace. Breathing slowly and softly. Even if you're undertaking another task, you can do this as a woman or a man. Breathing into you. Choosing to consciously disentangle with all polarized energies and frequencies that pull you out of your core. Breathing deeper. So your breath matches your bodily movement. Your breath is a frequency of your spirit, a function too. So when you engage them both as one, your thinking, feeling, I am is activated. To your fullest potential and capability in this moment. Just breathing. Connecting to your higher frequency beingness. You know where it is. Connect. Don't be afraid. Allow that higher frequency beingness to spread to every cell, slowly but fully. And entirely. Allowing the peace frequency of your own breath of spirit to bring you back into the wholeness in this moment for the rest of this broadcast and beyond. Just connecting that higher frequency beingness with the pure breath of your own creationary force. Dive into yourself further, consciously, cleanly, letting go of unsacred frequencies in your own projection of self, in your body, in your soul, in your spirit, in your mental processes. Allow more impacts, times from places and people beyond and families, just to let go. At a cellular level, you can do it. And taking that awareness into the moment of you on a universal level. The light quanta expands with every breath that you take. Allow it to soften you at the hard rock point levels within you. Allow it to melt any dense clustered energies. Feel them soften, dissolve, and release as you claim your universal rights, your universal beingness in your I am technology now. Let it integrate, harmonize, expand, and become more aware. Peace has returned with every breath. Allow it to take form and expand and double down with every sacred breath you take. What is breath? What is sacred? They are the same. They deliver your life force together in a divine harmonic frequency that interacts with every single cell in your skin suit technology. Allow your skin suit technology to be at peace with your soul. Male aspects, female aspects, in wholeness. Right now, you can do it. I bring myself back, cleansed and anchored in wholeness, in peace. I engage my soul at universal levels and earth at the heart of my being. As we breathe as one. Creator, heart, earth. Just allowing yourself to come back into full presence. Disentangled from the monkey.
Yeah.
As the sun sets, the day ends.
Yeah. So if we check maybe during the day, we will notice that there were things that I just say about the monkey, and you say, "Oh yes, it's funny." In the morning happened this, right? So everything is in tune. Everything, one thing is not moving, that the other thing knows that is movement.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All the energy that is in inner, out there, around, everything is in moving. Everything has synchronization all the time, but we don't notice sometimes. So that means that we are um, fluid, like a fluid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the best uh, thing that we can do. All the time fluid with all the energy in the way that the thing that happens has to happen for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like this connection now that we have with the universe is very strong. Right now it's very strong. For all the situation that is happening, nothing is by itself. Something has connection with everything, right? Um, so the connection with the moon, with the sun, with the eclipses, right? All this movement. Here in Mexico, we have already one sees one little earthquake yesterday to the day before yesterday. Yeah, I didn't know, but I just say some friends that live in the city of Mexico, they say, oh well, they were a little earthquake, and we
Yeah.
wake up afraid, right? So yes, everything is happening for some reason. It's a renewed day. It's a renewed movement, renewed thoughts. It's like we are reprogrammed for the next thing, right?
Yeah. So it is, there's massive changes. But before we go into what those changes are and how that's going to affect us, I just wanted to say hello to all the lovely people there. Uh,
Uh,
we have Maya into Podslam.
oh, hola. Hola.
Jasmine as well. She's written in Spanish, so I don't know if you're in YouTube, but what I will do is just copy and send that to you.
Okay, I was checking. I checking the.
But what I will do is just copy and send that
Uh,
to you. Hello, Willow. Hello, hello, Jasmine. Thanks for joining us this evening. And everybody who's joined us. Hello, Willow. Hello, hello. Oh, what a blessing. Oh, you might need to knock off the sound here.
yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
I have two things.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
that's okay. I posted it for you there. So,
Okay.
so you can read it. But yeah, it's one of the things that we're going to talk about is these impending changes that are happening everywhere, and you've probably realised that by now, due to the set of global events that have taken place or are about to take place, or maybe they won't take place. But what it does signal for humanity is that things are shifting, and we've had a series of very deep galactic or what's that word, astrological alignments and interactions that have just sort of, it's just been interesting to feel this change. What are your thoughts on that, on the eclipse and the full moon, because that was strong for a lot of people?
Oh yes. This one is it's exactly, it's like the beginning of pushing you, yes, for the new things in energy too, because maybe a lot of people maybe will see some interaction with the people that is with us right now. The dreams. Wow, the dreams are very weird, very, very galactic ones, very like, wow, what is happening, right? I just feel one of them. I was in a dream. I don't remember very well the dream, but I feel exactly how I wake up because I feel the energy how arrived to me. But this is interesting, like a big light, yes, I was feeling even a little warm thing that is close to me, and I wake up in that moment, yeah, and I feel how something about me was with that light and combined. Very interesting thing, right? So that kind of thing happens exactly. So we are here reconnected again with the universe, because remember that we are those the stars in some way, you know. So we are here, and all of a lot of us, we forgot where we come from. Yeah. So this thing is to reconnect you and say hello. Remember where you come from, remember who you are, and remember what is your mission in this life.
Yay! I feel so excited about that.
So beautiful, right?
I
So
really, really felt that so strong within me, because it tells me
yes,
that this massive shift is happening for every single soul on this planet, and this everybody that is engaging with the natural frequencies of light is being awakened and they're having DNA light codes that are just activating with the different light frequencies. So as you said that to me, my soul began to lift, and I began to feel founder races, the
oh,
original races of Earth. As soon as you said that to me,
yeah,
these are our elders. We talked about this, maybe it was earlier or yesterday. Our elders are here,
oh
and they
yes,
provide support.
yeah, and exactly this connection that we are feeling, yes, is giving us exactly the enough energy to make like even a reconstitution in our bodies, in our mind, yeah, to reconnect us exactly with the source, yeah, the big source.
Mm.
And when we are connected in that, is when we really began our result from the whole process that all of us we are doing in different disciplines, in different ways, meditated, I don't know, in different disciplines that each one of us we have like healers, right? So we are gonna connect more with that. And not only that, we receiving information. It's like, I don't know, like they help us in some way, you know? We receive this energy from the universe and help us to do our work in better way, and helps to the others to wake up. Of course, nobody has the same time. Some people wake up a little later, some first, some before us. Already I wake up, but everybody depending of the process, the personal process that we have, right? Is it's the time for to wake up, right?
It is, and the deeper we are engaged in those processes, the stronger the connections get, because your frequency increases to a pure light frequency when there was more light on the planet. And we were talking about algorithms. We are a light algorithm programmed into a skin suit technology. So what do we need
Yes.
to do, Rocio? What do we need to do?
Well, first, not than nothing, is we need to cooperate with that energy, because sometimes we want the things happen in the way that we want, in the time that we want. We want to control. Right now, we have to let it go, lose that control, because in the new system that is coming, it doesn't exist the control. You have to fluid with an energy to find the way, to find the path.
Yeah.
And the thing that we were talking in the morning, in the way that you find this path, your contribution is that you feel it in your mind, you have that vision in your mind, and project it to create the new hologram for the new humanity that is us, of course. Yeah.
Exactly. So the more we accept ourselves and our true full divine potential, that self acceptance, somehow we can relax into our hearts.
Yeah. And we have to. If we don't feel that we still have some uh, nervious like the chuen, like the monkey, yeah, we have to let it go and say, calm, yeah, calm down because in this moment we need to cooperate with the same energy that
Yeah,
we are receiving, yeah,
yeah,
and to be in the moment that you let it go, you make a space in the way that something new coming in, right? Because if we are empty with a lot of thoughts that nothing to do with beautiful things that we are expecting, yeah, or the connection,
hmm,
when the energy coming, there is no space to be.
exactly.
Yeah, I always explain this like a computer. We have our mind like a computer. We
Yeah,
have programs, okay, but some of them doesn't work anymore. So read them. Don't you don't need any more in your computer, right?
exactly.
Because there will be an actualization better, right?
Get rid of delete the app.
Exactly. The new one. What is the new one, right? So
Yeah,
it's exactly the same thing in our lives. We need to left all the things that we don't need and to pick the ones that, this is new, this is good, this is better, this is going to help me in my own evolution. And remember, we are individuals when we have this evolution, but at the same time, we are in connection ones to the others, like the cells, right? So we are one in all the planet. Yeah.
exactly. So once we begin to um, accept that, we become a living biological algorithm that can breathe and live in harmony with the rest of the universe, in here or out there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
In
So it's with that is the expansion of the consciousness itself within the skin suit technology. So this whole process of eclipse energy is very strong. There was a full moon eclipse. Some people, and I know I'd mentioned this a couple of minutes ago, really struggled with it. Why do you think that would be?
I repeat the question.
Some people really found it difficult to handle the lunar eclipse energies. Why do you think that would be?
Well, remember that the energy of the full moon is already by itself strong. What happened? The moon, the vibration of the moon is always moving our emotions. Okay? So there are kind of different kind of moons that, like we have the red moon, we have this was the strawberry moon, right? Let's say. So each one of them have moved our emotions. So because we are not uh, working our mind how to balance these emotions, just that vibration from the moon when it's coming, yes, and especially in eclipse, yes, when you appear and disappear something, yeah, moves everything inside us. So we need, in that case, make meditations, be more in that time when it's the moon, the full moon, and the special eclipse, yeah, we need to balance our mind and our emotions in this way. In and these people that feel that was very strong is because the situation already in the world, yeah,
Hmm.
everybody is like in tension, I don't know, in crisis. So coming this moon, so they feel that it's more crisis, right?
Hmm.
All this vibration from the moon is for that. But at the same time, it's moving you in the way that you wake up. Help us to wake up, this kind of moons, you know? It's moving you, and when something moves you, you have a reaction.
Yeah.
So This is the thing about have the good reaction, not the negative one, right? So, like all the things that happen that doesn't is very natural for us every time is to say, okay, what is vibration about this moon bring me in my life that I can use in positive way to my wake up, to my evolution, to be better human, to be prepared for the next thing that is coming. Yeah. So when we accept these vibrations from the moon in that way, don't affect us in negative way, in negative things. It's it's difficult to explain that very something that very subtle, right? This vibration on the moon.
Yes.
Some
Subtle.
people doesn't sleep well. Yeah, still they are nervous. Still they have crying. Everything is terrible, right? Because move us a lot. It's
Yeah.
exactly what moves us. Now it's very interesting thing. Uh, Dependent. This is a zodiacal thing I was reading the other day. Dependent in what position was your moon when you were born. Yeah, this is how the moon affects you directly or indirectly. Yeah, because it's how they move your emotions. In what level? You know?
I felt quite emotional just then. I've got a face that just gives it away. I was like, but in a good way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was feeling cry, but I was say, okay, but I have emotion for something exciting and nice. It's cry about new things. Wow, I'm excited, right? Or when you cry, when you feel, when you hear a beautiful melody, right? A beautiful
Mm,
thing, a beautiful sunshine, and you cry, but it's in the nice way, you know?
yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
focus, to learn to focus. That's that kind of energies in the
Yeah.
best, yeah, hiding, trying to take our own vibration as high as we can in the
Yeah.
way don't move us in low frequency.
Yes. And as a woman in particular, we're going to be more
Exactly.
sensitive to this kind of thing.
Yes, our
No, I'm
partner.
only laughing at my own
Yes,
experience. That's all. I'm purely laughing at my own experience.
it's fabulous how yeah, our partners, lovers, boyfriends, or who are friends, wherever it is
Children.
around. You say,
Children.
what happened to you? I don't
What
know.
happened to the children?
Yes. And this is interesting how the moon affects more women than men. Because
Yeah.
we, like female, the sacred female, is very connected with all the phases and with all the things that happen in the moon. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's beautiful. It's our sister, right? And our brothers is the sun. So we have
Yes.
that duality in the universe, in this next cosmos. Yeah, the neighbors. So we need, like women, we need to even study the phases of the moon. What can we do in each one of them in the way that don't affect us too much? Yeah,
Hmm.
in emotions again, because it's going to affect us anyway. So, for example, when somebody has the menstruation, they say, now I have my red moon, right? And it's beautiful. I prefer these beautiful words, right? And it's exactly. So it's a moment that you have all the change in your body inside, preparing for a life if you are pregnant, or for a life if you want to have a baby, or if no, if you pass all that steps for renew all the things inside, So all that cells moving, creating, it's a beautiful process, right?
It is.
So yeah, so we need to learn more about it, the young people to understand their own nature that they have, what is happening there, right? The middle woman that wants to have a baby can remind all that process, how they divided the cells, It's beautiful, yeah.
Yes.
And when we are older than that, and we are in menopause time, well, I try to love myself and try to treat me in nice way to support these changes of horm- uh, uh, hormonal changes, right? So everything in women is a change. It's in constant movement all the time. In one step or other, it's in movement. So what we need to be more about all these levels in a way that we don't feel it that bad.
Yes, it's back to the self-acceptance. And, I thought earlier on, after we'd had a discussion about today, so one of the things that is coming up is an intense solstice frequency. So we have that. And there is a new moon. What date is the new moon?
Mm, I don't remember very well.
Mm.
You wanna look at?
Yeah, because this is key. I didn't write it down, sorry. Because there's going to be more changes that roll out day by day on an energy level, on a very subtle energy level, that are going to maximize at one point in the year. But there's also another eclipse coming up at the beginning of July the 4th, that's it. July the 4th there's another eclipse coming up. And then at the end of July, we're going to have a supernova. And then at the beginning of August, we've got the Lion's Gate energy. So this is a particularly powerful and potent time for change. So if you're thinking about making any changes to your life, but most importantly within, and doing some really deep inner work, it's a very powerful time for that. And it's almost like performing an audit, right? What have I got going on?
Yeah.
I need to assess what's going on inside. How do I feel about all these different areas in my life, the relationships, the work? Because at the end of the day, if your job position or the way that you live is not of benefit to the mankind, womankind, humankind, universal kind, it's not going to succeed. This is the key feature of this oncoming time, where you have to be completely authentic with yourself in the inner levels, not in denial, facing yourself, because you're a really amazing being. It's just that you've accumulated baggage along the way, just like the rest of the planet,
Yeah, well, the new moon is the 20 of June.
Mm.
Okay? So it's exactly prepared. This is very interesting because this movement about solstice of 21st of June, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a new movement
Yeah.
in our planet. So exactly it's a new moon one day before.
Oh, so Jen in the chat room is saying this day also has a solar eclipse. Wow.
The solar eclipse.
Right. So that just adds a whole different layer to it.
Exactly.
On a universal level. I'm sort of getting a bit twitchy, thinking I should be worried.
Yeah.
Oh God, I better do something.
And I just watching, for example, how we are receiving now the vibration from the moon, and in this next eclipse is the vibration from the sun. Yeah, it's like this movement about this duality that we have, right? One coming to balance our female energy, and the other is coming to balance the masculine energy.
Right. So Jen in the chat room saying there's 6 planets in retrograde also. And somebody told me this the other day,
Okay.
or yesterday. And they said to me, look, Saturn is in retrograde.
Wow.
It's like male frequency. Pluto, Mercury, and maybe there was another male planet that I can't remember the name of at this moment in time. So you can imagine what is going to happen. All right, I'm just going to zoom out to the planetary energy of Earth when all that's kicking off. What is that doing? So you've got all this sort of planetary energy going on around it and Earth here, right? That's going to be quite tricky, isn't it?
Oh,
For
yeah.
lots of women, because if we're going to be feeling those intense retrograding, pushing and pulling masculine energies, crikey.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the big proof for everybody to balance all these energies, right? And to focus immediately in our own process, but in a positive way, right?
Yeah.
And because if we let it go and let it be just the negative thing, because I feel bad, sad, depression, that is not good for us, you know. So we need to, maybe we can bring some information about how it's going to affect different kind of people, right?
Mm.
This alienation, yeah, because it's, imagine all that information even from the universe that we are going to receive in that moment. Yeah. So for to be uh, paying attention in what is happening there, we need to be relaxed, you know, uh, I don't know, with some space in our being to receive all that information from the universe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
to connect again.
So in times like this, because this is an intense flow coming up, because you've got a supernova also at the end of the month, which is going to act like a cleansing slate. So many of us have got a clean slate to start again
Exactly.
because we've worked for it or done the work, right? That's huge. So when you've got a cleansing supernova of universal magnitude, that is going to have a massive, massive impact on the stuff that we let go of from that particular eclipse. I feel it's like a broom sweeping through, but also running concurrently into that from August 1st is the opening of the Lion's Gate energy. So you have this extreme fire coming through into consciousness, massive, absolutely massive. So it all the time, all day today, despite whatever monkey has been trying to get on my back,
Yeah.
I have felt, oh my goodness, now is the time. This is so exciting. If there's any project, forget all the astrological stuff. I'm not buying control from other galactic entities trying to control Earth. I'm not buying that. If you have a project or any engagement, I'm right on it now, that you're involved in, make it happen and use this energy. Use this energy to catapult yourself right the way through into the winter months. So you've got the equinox energy of the September the 21st, where it will just subside. Now is the time for your fruit to get ripe. It really, really is.
Yeah, exactly. And other thing and other effects about uh, what is going to happen. Some of them there will be physical, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be people that have a headache, the stomach is not working in the right way, yeah,
Yeah.
disease, uh, tired. The people will be and feel tired. But don't worry for that. You feel tired because you need to lay down. Relax because you are receiving information or you are receiving energy from the universe. Yeah. All the changes bring us in different ways, even in physical, mental, psychological way, change. So we
Mm.
need to be very um, attent in what is happening in our body, in our mind, in this change, in the way that we know, because we know what is the way that we need to take, right? Because for everybody is different, right? Like individuals, everybody respond to these natural things in different way. But in this process that we are right now, and the universe is give us very strong things, is because um, we can take it, right? And especially that we are at home and we don't have to drive in or do other things, we have to take this, use this time that we are at home to receive all that gifts from the universe in the best way. And we can do it now because we are at home right now. You know, if you were in your work or driving or doing other stuff, you are distracted. But
Yes.
this time is important that we pay attention. We have the time, we have the moment, we have safe at homes right now, so we can pay attention to this change in energetic, magnetic, physical, in all the things around us, right?
Yes, and it's this change of the movement at the outer edges of our consciousness that is literally pulling it into our electromagnetic field. We're magnetizing it, and it's an absolutely beautiful process, and one that we should be aware of while we're crying our eyes out in the release process, at least.
Yeah,
Because that
and
is part of it too.
yeah, and try to be. It doesn't matter what happens. Try to be as happy as you can, as positive as you can, because if you are in that position, you are feeling. I don't know. There are sometimes these days I just going out here in the garden and I feel the wind and I feel an ecstasy that wind. It's like wow. So it's like we are feeling, we pay attention, we are 100% on attention to
Yeah,
feel what is the universe giving us in that moment,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
absolutely. And it's paying attention to the now, the moment of now. So you can't plan ahead, and we can plan ahead, make plans by all means, and make strategies. But for the moment, it's living right now.
here
Choice,
and now. Yeah,
choice point by choice point by choice point, micro choices within those choice points, ultimately should lead you into being the best you can be as a spirit here,
exactly.
interconnected with everything.
Yeah, there is a group that there are some nice things that I like that help the people that says only for 24 hours. Yeah, because yeah, the past is gone. The future, who don't know? We don't know.
No, we
But
don't.
we
Let's
have this here and now. Yeah, enjoy it. And like you say, make a beautiful plans. Of course, we have to have a plan. Yeah. But in the moment that you enjoy doing something that like you, that enjoy you, then be there because all your energy is exactly there. Yeah, and feed that energy that is in communion with the universe, with other people, like this now, right? I love to have this kind of charts. It's beautiful. Yes, we can.
It is because there. I mean, we are seeing a lot of people online waking up and having these massive realizations.
Yeah.
There's a name for it. Aaron did tell me because he had to define it for me because I really didn't get it. It was something about awake, woke, and woken.
Awake.
So
Uh-huh.
there's a wave of consciousness of beautiful people that are just coming online, waking up
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
as part of that. And then you've got your awaken, or I don't know, anyway, that is awake and they're conscious, but they need to know more. And then you've got your woke at the other end of the spectrum who've been on the case for years. Apparently, I don't know. I hope I've got that right. Actually, I'll have to refer to that. If Aaron, if you're listening back to this at some point in a non-linear time frame, do let me know because I can't remember.
Yeah. And guess what? When your own people see that you are awake and you are changing and you are perceiving the things in different way, they watch you and say, "What are you doing? Because your light is different. What are you doing? Because you are smile beautiful. What are you doing?" And in that way, we can be the example for other people too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Because remember, we have to be congruent in everything. We say this, but our action has to be the same level of frequency that we are thinking, right? If not, even the people say, and you say that you are awake and you're doing things that it's not for awake people, right?
yeah. Funny
Yeah,
that.
we need to be very careful about it. We have a
We
big
really do.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Olale.
Órale.
Olale, that's it, sorry. Oh, God.
Yes. So this is very important, very interesting and important in these times. How can we be an example in the way that others decide to wake up because they see a beautiful thing that happened to us, right?
Yeah, it's like this resonance shift, so it spreads. So if you put somebody in a, say for example, family, one person wakes up and starts having these really tremendous experiences, they feel awake and alive and all the rest of it, and then everybody else around them is like, what are you,
Yeah, because
what have you done?
yeah, any change that you're doing in your life, any could be a little one, for a positive thing, even reflect in your face all the beautiful things that you have inside coming outside in some way, so the people notice that and they say,
You say,
wow, yeah, and you begin to attract a beautiful things, abundance, knowledge, wisdom, all that thing. So I think this is exactly the way to help other people with our own example, yeah,
mm,
to share with them our experiences, yeah, and uh, they other people that is just beginning to what's going on, yeah, they say, oh no, there is a way, and now the energy is so quick, so it's a huge speed, this energy that is happening right now, that you do something in the morning and later it's coming back in another way, right? The people say call karma. Yeah, yes, it's true.
So
So
I was feeling, I was having a conversation with somebody, a friend of mine, and
yeah,
she was feeling this shifting in karma since February,
okay.
right? Almost like a spiral. So if there's any part that is unresolved, the universe is bringing it back for its final resolution. And that this has been a quite something. It's been quite strongly noted since February, which is really interesting here, considering the time scales and the sales and marketing strategy of domination and control. We get a sudden outbreak of something that isn't necessarily what we're being told. So, do you know, I really, it's this karmic resolution is fascinating, especially
Yeah.
when it arrives in cyclical data form. You know,
Oh yes, and talking about this spiral thing that exists in every situation, we can see that the spiral begins in this circle, yeah, and it's have some circumstances and facts here, okay? In the moment that this going and pass, supposedly it's passing in the same place with the same situations, but in another level. This is the thing that is really happened right now, and begins in January, in February, like you say, and this is doing again, again, again. But by this time, maybe we are in this level, yeah,
yeah.
watching the same circumstances in some way, but not the same level of conscience.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
higher and highest and highest. And see, everything that is going to happen from this time to the next month, they will be high in more highest frequency, And the people that are is awake is going to feel it because
Mm.
they feel, yeah, I don't know if I explain myself wrong.
Well, Jen in the chat room is saying, I think there are many stages to the awakening. Yes, absolutely. It can feel like you just woke up. Yes, it can do. And for what I've observed in some is that suddenly what I really like about that is this release of spirit with that freshness. It's really beautiful actually as it unfolds. And duality, except wake and sleep. What is the duality for the lucid dream and the wake state? Um, well, I don't know. I mean, for me, I dream in waking state, and I also dream lucidly in sleeping state, in resting state. So I can't really speak for others, but I can speak for a time when that didn't happen, and I didn't believe the dream world was real. I just believed it was a set of psychological and neurological processes that translated unconscious experience. But even at those times, it was something that was very separate and took time to achieve and cultivate and bring more conscious intention into that process of understanding the dream world and navigating it too. So I guess that's where part of my journey has been with medicines and navigating that as well. So yeah, it's really when you begin to see waking dreams. And the best one for me as an example is that I had a dream with somebody who sent me a box of donuts, or I found a box of donuts and they were in the dream. Next day, I get donuts. I kid you.
That's very nice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
Special.
Jen says there, if all the world is actually a dream, then how do we really wake? Right. I've got a trick for doing that.
Okay.
And that is basically you need to program your algorithm as you do, merging with that one reality that is the Earth dreaming mind. And then you go and do all the good things that you would do while you're awake in the waking dream in the daytime, while you're living life and doing whatever. But actually, it's the part that can't be controlled if you're free of the control systems that have tried to or have successfully actually created these negative dreamtime societies where they harvest energy at night. So when you reach a certain level in awareness, you can actually break that cycle. So you're only dreaming with Earth dreaming mind and in a place of peaceful collective rather than parallels, the offshoots from these negative dreamtime societies. So it's buzz terms. I think, though, the experience can feel like you're really waking up. It does. And sometimes when you're really reaching out on the edges of it, it's really
even you can travel through different dimensions through the dream. So this is the interesting thing. When you are awake and you begin to connect with other levels of frequency, yeah, you in your dreams, you will see and travel incredible things. I just would like to share one dream. When I was a kid, I used to have a beautiful friend. I was 5 years, 6 years old, and we always play that. He says that when he going to the place, he take me with him. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I was the princess and he was the prince. Okay, all the time. When we were growing up, of course, I imagine I think I was 25 years old. He was kidnapped, this guy, and the people that kidnapping him kill him. Okay.
wow.
Yes, very very sad event. So in the moment that he died, I began to have a dream with him, and he takes me like Peter Pan, exactly the same story. He take me from the hand and take me that we are going to visit a different places in the universe. And he take me to a planet, yeah, with two beautiful moons. And all of them were together and there were a rainbow. And told me that was another planet. But he was dead. So I have a connection with him through the other dimension, right?
Yeah.
So if we are awake, if we have our hunger, our own process, our own things in the way that we wake up in another dimensions, we can have all this kind of dreams. Maybe not. But yes, I have a beautiful, beautiful dreams about other dimensions too. So, but this is depending on your level of frequency, right? And if you are awake, of course.
It's the conscious recollection. So some of the things that can affect conscious recollection of these experiences is the gut. On a physical and practical terms, it is the gut. So it's the sacral, the root, the emotions. What energy is blocking here? Have you got physical issues due to constipation? Just digestive issues. And most people in the Western world, and I'm only referring to a base level of statistics, have some sort of gut issue, irritable bowel syndrome, some sort of stress related gut condition because of the stresses that we receive on a day-to-day level. Trauma as well, childhood trauma, dream world trauma, that can also stop that from functioning to the highest level of its capability and awareness. So it's just fine tuning the body.
And this has to be too with this system of chakras that we have, because that energy is stuck in the first chakra, in the root chakra. Is what happened exactly that. So, but if they liberate and they let and you clean all your, let's see, frequency and all the energy coming up in all your chakras, yes, you are cleaning all the parts of your body, all the organs in your body, and your health, you will be healthy in that way, right?
So so the next level of that process of energy being received naturally in natural context, and us being hygienic with our energy centers and clear and able to function and properly as spirit body mechanical functions. When you tune that frequency into the subtle dynamics of those changes of eclipses and supernovas and Lion's Gate and solstices and all the other celestial events that take place through the festival, we can begin to interact with those frequencies, but we can take it a step further than just lying back and letting it happen. We can encourage a process where that is magnified by consciously entangling with that energy that's coming through. If it's the sun, it's going to be of a particular code or frequency that will activate you. So it's allowing those subtle dynamics, but clear within, clear without, hollow bone.
Yeah, but you need to be prepared for that too. Yeah, for example, if we contaminate our body, yeah, there is no possible that you can accept that energy and make function a very nice things, because you are contaminating your body in the way that you want. Okay, and if you are with negative thoughts all the time and all the time, your body is not going to be perceptive to use that energies that the universe is given to us in any time. Now, have to be too with all the influences about our fluids in our body. Yeah. For example, when it's full moon, for example, yeah, our fluids in our body, just like the waves in the ocean, yeah, we have fluids too. So that's moving everything. And remember, water that we have in our body, just like body, like the waves, is the one that has the memories in our cells of the water that we have in the body. We have the memories of ancient times. So sometimes with this moon happen, with this full moon or the eclipses, all these moving emotions bring us things to our mind too. It's one way to remember this.
That is a beautiful way of looking at it, I've got to say. It's like this wave movement. So when you talk about the wave movement of the waters, then we also have the energy of that is emanated. So you can magnify it,
Yeah.
to suit yourself, literally to suit yourself, your physical body, or you can reduce it if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
These are things that we can consciously play around with to get to know ourselves better, of what our natural capabilities are, but also learn in great detail on a very personal level how we engage with our etheric bodies.
Exactly. Yeah. And that connects you with our emotions, our spirit, our soul. Everything is connected. And if one is not working well, the others is not going to working well because everything is connected in some way, you know. So this is very interesting. And if somebody just coming to my mind, if somebody wants to remember a drinks, this is a very interesting recipe. You just bring a glass of water in the night, yeah, drink a little water, and then you talk with your water that is in the glass and says, when I wake up, I want to remember my dream, right? Beautiful. And then you're going to sleep. And be sure that the next day when you wake up, you have to be drinking that water. And because you can program every cells of your water, you are going to remember your dreams. This is beautiful, right?
Right. So there's certain things that you can add on to that. Right.
Yeah,
I want to remember my dreams. I want to remember all the good work that I do in my dreams. I
exactly.
want to remember all the good work that I'm doing out there in the collective at night. I
Yeah,
want to remember all those wonderful people that I haven't met in this lifetime yet, that I'm about to meet. All
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And maybe the bad dreams is gonna make you to be alert what I'm doing in my real life that I have this kind of dream. What is the alert in my dream for my real life inside? Because it's happening
Exactly.
sometimes, yeah?
It is. It's all connected.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to uh, pay attention sometimes to our dreams. There are people, even they have a dream that there is an earthquake, and maybe in 2 weeks there is one, not maybe in their own country, but somewhere else. So what they receive, they are the perception is even in front and in past and in the future, right? This is very interesting about the water. It was one of the elements that have a beautiful um, properties, yes, in different ways.
Beautiful.
And
Ooh. Oh, I feel my energy shifting. Just, even just in moments like this, when having a conversation, you're paying attention to the vibration of the words, the colors, the sounds that it brings to you as you begin to formulate all your pictures and energies and images. It's like, wow.
yeah,
Actually, you begin to activate other things within your body.
exactly, exactly. And well, we can use the different things that we have outside to help us. Yeah. And
Yeah,
just we try that all that energy that we're receiving, yeah, we need to be sure that we are okay, that it is not stuck here or stuck there, just running all our body to bring the information that we need to receive in our body, specific in these states, with this sun, with this moon, we are receiving information, and we need to be sure that our energy is running in the right way everywhere to receive from all the body this information, right?
absolutely. And it's the hygiene, spiritual hygiene and cleanliness within. So,
Yeah.
what's that? You can't get a bar of soap down there, but it's about having methods, having body work, having things to help you unlock the pain in the physical fascia.
Yeah, and another thing, uh, remember that I was reading that the kids that they are born in these times, they have already another program more advanced than us,
Mm.
ready, right? For to support this time that is coming. Okay. So what happened for the others that we are ancient models? Yeah, we have another structure working in different way. It's exactly why we need to receive this information and put in the programs of the cells in our bodies.
You
To
see,
be
the younger
ready,
generations have this, don't they?
exactly, and to be ready to support really for all these times, the heavy times, the difficult times, we need to be strong, right?
Mm.
So if we receive this information and we put it in our program, in ourselves, we will be able to be strong from these difficult times. Just like the little kids are already Mm. They are ready to these times, these little kids,
They
right?
are. They really, really are. So advanced.
Oh yes, there's the little kids. Yeah, so they already have another DNA at least working more
Mm.
to be ready for this time. We don't, but they do. But because we don't, we receive this package of programs from the universe right now through the sun, to the rays of sun. It's good that we take it the sun because it's where the package of information is coming right now
Mm.
to
Yeah.
our body.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the only thing that is going to help us.
It is beautiful because one time, and I like it, I've had a machine experience with this light frequency. I was had my head on the side of the car, and the sunlight was magnified through the glass, and it kept hitting my third eye, and I could see all these patterns, these light coded geometries.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So we really, just by not even opening our eyes, two eyes, but just engaging on a third eye level and allowing that to come through. Wow, your body
Yeah.
will do the same thing.
Yes, it's how the big sun is coming, is sending us information that we need to know, that we need to develop in our each one of ourselves. For
Mm.
what? For preparing our body, our mind, our soul for the next stage,
Yes, next journey.
next journey. Yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting that we be conscious about it, right? Because a lot of people says, no, the sun is not good for my skin. No, no, this time is good. For this moment, it's better that you're going outside at 12 o'clock in the morning and receive all package of energy because it's the one that is going to give you uh, strongest, that your body be strongest, and your mind is going to receive other things too.
Mm.
Very-
There's a question here. Are we ever really awake, though?
Are we, excuse me,
Are we ever really awake?
all?
Are we ever really awake?
Of course, everybody's waking in different times, but everybody's waking. Yes, of course.
So for me, that means when we are in a resting state, we are unconscious. So we have unconscious actions that act as programs that take over that waking state. And I suppose, like, I don't know what frequency that, I don't know, that's beta frequency or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then when we have an conscious state, we become activated and active in that program. So it does seem to be that when we are in a resting state, but
Yeah,
then actually the visual that I just got then is like, wow. So here is us asleep in our dream state. Here is us awake. Okay. So around the asleep is awake because we have to function. And then when we come back to here, we have to have a spiritual function to keep the waking state going. So actually, they're all interlinked and functioning on different levels. I see it like the infinitum loop
exactly.
with two
And,
poles and the polarized bit in between. Thank you. That was great.
yeah. And there is a very important thing in this question that says, well, first, you need to see what is awake for you. There
Mm,
are different point of views about to be awake, you know? So we need to be we can generalize everything. So a
mm,
person that is awake is somebody that left the old structures away, yeah, and open the mind to receive information that even is different and new. The
mm,
person can assimilate that in the mind and say, well, I think that this is not working anymore, yeah, and this new thing is better right now for the humanity, for me, for everybody, right? So to
mm,
be awake is to have the enough perception in your mind, yeah, to uh, hear and receive new things, and you feel that they are better and they are okay for you in your evolution. Yeah.
Beautiful.
For example, when I read the King Maya, yeah, I told them that when we arrive to this planet, we arrive already with a beautiful program, yeah, in synchronicity with the universe. But
Mm.
what happened in the first 7 years of your life?
Yes.
The religion, the
Mm-hmm.
society, the
Mm.
mom, the pap, the brothers, everybody around you begin to put you another kind of programs, right? Now, they say that put you to sleep. When you you go right up and says, I don't want this program is not working anymore for me. I'm not gonna use it anymore because I have other things, new things that work for me. You are waking up in that way. It's not that you are rebel. It's that you are no um, let that the society control you in the way that you think what they say that you have to think. Right.
Yes.
It's part of that. To be awake means that you don't see, no, this is the way. No, no, no. To be awake means that you have different alternatives and you think that could be one of them, give the possibilities for each one of all the possibility of the alternatives of everything in your life. You know, to be awake is not just because somebody tells you what to think, you are gonna think what that person says. To be awake is reconnect you with inside yourself and yourself connected with the universe and be open to other things, right?
Right. So in this moment, right, because you're on fire, Rocio. What was the word that you called it earlier? When oh no, it wasn't you. It was somebody else. But we were talking about you. Funny enough,
Oh, okay.
but in a good way. We were talking about the choleric being. So Rudolf Steiner defines different types of children. The choleric is the fire. You are choleric this evening. So I wonder if you'd like to accept this moment of now because you are historically one of the best tour guides in the universe.
Oh my God.
What's she going to say? What's she going to say? But I wonder if you could take our listener on a journey guide process in Spanish, because it's all about the beauty of the sound. And I know that you do this so beautifully. Could you take the listener on a journey of that inner perception that you've just described?
In Spanish?
Yes,
What
so
is it?
they
Okay.
can connect at those levels and just experience it. But also for our Spanish listeners, we are going to be trying some sort of future formats for this, by the way, because our work is hugely rooted as well in Mexico and South America. So this is going to be awesome. So
Oh.
I'll mic off and cam off, and I will pass it over to you.
Okay, so what you want, what I say in English, I repeat it in Spanish?
No.
I'm sorry.
Yes, okay. You're doing this in Spanish. You, because the beauty of the flow of the words, of the way that you just described, how we can be more engaged in our subtle energetics and dynamics, is taking the listener on a journey into that, because you're a great tour guide.
Okay, so like a little pray or something like that?
More of a 10-minute meditation.
Okay, that's good.
Okay?
Yes,
Brilliant.
yes.
I'm looking forward to this. I get to just
Beautiful.
yeah. Right. Okay. So over to you, my dear.
Okay, this little journey will be to reconnect ourselves with the Great Spirit. Vamos a conectar nuestro ser con el Gran Espíritu. We are going to breathe profound and let it go. Let it go. Vamos a respirar y a dejar ir todo lo que no necesitamos. Vamos a sentir cómo todas las partes de nuestro cuerpo se relajan. We need to let it go and relax our body. Vamos a relajar la cabeza, los hombros, nuestros brazos, todo nuestro cuerpo. We are going to relax our head, our shoulders, arms, all our body. Vamos a reconectar, vamos a pensar, a imaginar. Vamos a ir muy dentro de nuestro ser, a sentirnos. We are going to go very inside ourselves. Very inside. Feel you in each one of your cells. Siéntete en cada una de tus células. Vamos a viajar a través de tu cuerpo. We are going to travel through our body. And if you have some damage or something that is not good in your body, just go there. Si sientes que en tu cuerpo hay algo que te molesta, ve directamente ahí. Tú puedes arreglarlo. You can fix it. Then go and travel up to your energy, to your mind. Puedes ir viajando hacia tu mente. Siéntate en tu mente. Sit down in your mind. Now take your mind to a beautiful place. Walking maybe in a beautiful camp. Lleva tu mente hacia un lugar bello, tal vez a un verde campo. Relax. Walking through this camp. Camina a través de este campo y siéntate a la orilla de un río and sit down one side of the river. Sumerge tus pies en esta agua profunda. Put your feet on this water. Toca la madre tierra. Touch the mother earth. Y piensa en esta agua, transmite en esta agua que todas tus memorias ancestrales, todo tu conocimiento venga a ti a través de esta agua que sube a través de tus pies. Ask to the water all the ancestral memories that come in to you, all your knowledge from your ancestors. Siente cómo el agua del río moja tus pies, cómo esta agua del río trae memorias a tu ser. Feel how this water brings memories to your being. Toca el agua con tus manos. Siente la frescura en él, en ellas. Touch the water with your hands and feel the fresh in your hands. Sube esa agua hacia cada parte de tu cuerpo. Take this water in each part of your body. You feel the fresh of the water. Siente la frescura del agua. Esta agua está programada para tener beneficio a tu cuerpo, para traer conocimiento y sabiduría a él a través de las memorias ancestrales. This water brings you the memorial things from your ancestors and bring you the healing, to feel healing through this water. Siente la sanación a través de esta agua, como cada vez que la tocas, transmite a tu cuerpo una hermosa y bella sensación de bienestar. Esta agua hermosa te traerá alegría y hermosas memorias. This water is bringing you a beautiful memories and happiness. Siente esta fresca agua a través de tu cuerpo, como refresca tu ser. Feel how this beautiful water refreshes your being. Es tiempo de partir. Es tiempo de dejar estas aguas que llegan hasta tu memoria ancestral, que traen memorias de alegría a tu memoria actual. It's time to go. And these waters bring you happiness and knowledge to your ancestral memory and the actual memory. Regresa a tu mente, alegre, sonriente, recordando hermosos momentos siempre, para que tu vida presente sea mejor. Regresa a tu mente, regresa a tu cuerpo. Es tiempo de estar aquí y en el ahora. It's time to coming back and be here now. Deja que ese universo de posibilidades lleguen a tu cuerpo a través de las memorias de las aguas ancestrales. Deja que recorra todo tu cuerpo esa hermosa energía que acabas de tomar de este bello lugar, de este bello río que fluye y fluye. Llévala a tu cuerpo, siéntela, disfrútala, sonríela, vívela y conéctate nuevamente con tu ser. Respira profundo y regresa a este momento. Lentamente, ve moviendo cada uno de tus partes de tu cuerpo. Move your body slow because you're coming back. And open your eyes when you feel ready. Y abre tus ojos cuando estés listo. Gracias. Tlazokamati.
Hermosa. Bonita.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The element water is very important, very important. It's why we need to drink water. We need to dedicate water. And there is a beautiful tip for everybody, okay? So we take a glass of water, we put it in the left hand, and with the right hand, we are going to dedicate and talk with the water and say, this sacred water is going to help me this morning, this afternoon, or this night, depending the time that you're doing, for healing my memories, for bringing me knowledge, wisdom on all the beautiful things to my body. I convert this water in sacred water, and then you drink it. And it's your own medicine, exactly. You can do this in the morning, for example, to decrete beautiful things during the day. Yeah,
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful.
So what is outside is inside too. No, we can do it. We can do it.
So, where can people get hold of you if they want to reach you?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, and my network as social network is Facebook is the most common, yeah, because it's my picture and everybody can find me like Rocio Gonzalez Delgadillo. Yeah, I will be a pleasure see you around. Yeah, and if somebody has a doubt or want to have questions about other things, about cultures, about Maya stuff, about kings, well,
And you do readings as well.
yeah, I can make the interpretation about the king. Maya, I just need the date of born, yeah, the day, month, and the year that you were born, yeah, and with that, I can make the interpretation from your king Maya. And this is very useful because contains all the elements in the way that you have guide your life in these special times. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, I just wanted to give a special thanks to those committed listeners that come in all the time: Willow, Jasmine,
Oh, yeah.
Jen, Maya, and lots of other people. If I haven't said your name, Lisa, hello Lisa, lovely to
Oh,
hear
sweet.
from you again, and all these beautiful people that just make it a real community hub of women and men sometimes too, that just share in some very different processes. And I just am so grateful for you supporting us and supporting all the other shows and everybody supporting each other. And it's just a very beautiful thing.
Oh,
So
yes.
it really is. It really it moves me. Um, so yeah, this has been Women's Work International. Do find us on Facebook. We will be doing various things at various times. We're at the very early stages of this organisation, which will eventually translate into the best quality healing centres for women, for trauma, for birth trauma, for abuse recovery, and any educational programme that benefits a woman's life away from codependency on man or state.
Wow.
Woo!
Interesting. Wow, what a point.
That's what we're
Goodness.
doing.
Woo. Okay.
And if you would like to fund such centres, please do get in contact with me. My name is Angela Miller. I'm also on Facebook. You can find me at Women's Work International, Concordia Consularis, if you need some support with any new business programmes for the Fifth World of Peace. And I also do one-to-one clearings. You're very welcome. Come and approach me and we'll see what we can do to shift any discrepancies out of your life and provide a way forward for that. So, yeah, blah. So, thank you very much, everybody. You are really
So
amazing
I
people.
don't know if you like that I read what your friend sends in Spanish. Yes, says,
I actually learned something from that.
hello. I'm very proud to have women from different countries in this community. Yeah, we sharing experiences, medicine, music, and all of the things, right? So There is an interchange between Maya Rosie and yeah, and yeah, it's just that says that. Okay, well, in la cage, a la cage, that is in Maya. You are my other me, and you are my other me, and the other answer, and I am your other you. Yes, in Maya. So in la cage, a la cage. Thank you very much, and thank you for everybody to be here. And we will be sometimes around.
Yeah, I'll let you
Angela is,
know.
Angela is every Monday, but I will be around and to bring more things and nice discussions with you. Thank you very much for being there.
Thank you, Rocio. You were
Thank
amazing. I love you. You're great.
I love you too, sweetie. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Manage the energies.